What's going on YouTube? Haven't made videos that I've promised to make. Things have just been very busy and lots of stuff going on. So there's a picture of my car in a sort of current format, standing. I think I mentioned before, it's a 105 series Land Cruiser, 99 model. I got it basically bone stock, and it did have the bull bar, and so far I've added like the recovery point snorkel, roof rack, done rims and tyres, and then a bunch of crap inside, which I will cover because I'm going to have a lot more spare time on my hands, and my plan is under an accelerated timeline, so weren't really expecting it, but sorry, just my mind went a bit blank. The 17th of December in the state of Queensland, where I live in Australia, vaccine mandates come into effect, and certain businesses you have to have it or you can't come to work. Yada yada yada. I knew it was coming. Absolutely ridiculous. Don't agree with it. Place I work for does not, or is not one of the listed businesses that have to have it. But what's been happening is lots of businesses have decided they're going to mandate it for their employees anyway, including mine. So my plan to live out of my vehicle come the end of my lease in February is basically going to be, I need to scramble to get this ready, maybe do things in a fashion that I wouldn't normally like to do them, or cut a few corners, not in safety or anything like that, but sort of interim solutions. So instead of building some additional drawers, which I was going to do, I'm probably just going to have to resort to some plastic tubs and containers to store additional stuff. But that is what it is, and I am going to have to deal with it. So yeah, at this stage, the 16th of December, this coming Thursday, will be my last day of work. We're not getting fired. You just can't come to work. Now, my place of employment does have contracts with government and education where they obviously require the vaccine. I've worked there for 2 years, and I've not visited a single site that would require it, except for in like the last 2 weeks for a small site visit. So this doesn't really affect my job, but I'm being told that I have to have it. Yeah, so they're not sacking people. You just can't come to work. You can use annual leave until that runs out, and then you can use unpaid leave up to a period of 3 months. And I believe after 3 months, they can just let you go. That's the limit for unpaid leave. Employers have the right to dismiss you. So rather than sack anyone, use all your leave and then sit in limbo, I suppose, until such time that you need to go and, or they let you go. I have no annual leave due to me having to use it all up for to help somebody else. So from the 16th, I have zero income, which is a pretty daunting prospect right before Christmas, I have to admit. I am not a wealthy man. My savings is pretty well non-existent. I live pay to pay. Made a lot of, I guess, silly decisions when I was younger that impact my finances now, along with paying child support for multiple kids, all that kind of thing. So basically, what I'm doing is I'll finish out my 4 days this coming week, and then scramble to get my car ready. The real estate has sent me a lease renewal. They want me to keep renting here, which obviously wasn't going to do anyway. But I'm basically going to say, look, I have no job. I don't intend to renew my lease. As soon as I can get out of here, I can. I don't really want to be penalised. I mean, for breaking my lease, especially when my lease is up at the end of February. So I should be able to pay, I should be able to cover rent at least until the start of January. So it's not that far short, and they can start advertising. They'll get more than what I pay for this place because there is a shortage. Hopefully they're understanding. I'll have to ring all the relevant people I pay bills to. Ask for a stay of that until I can sort out unemployment benefits, which I never thought I would be applying for in my life. But it is what it is. So life's going to be very tough for the next few months for me. But that's why we prepare. That's why we do the things we do. I do have a fair bit of canned food and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to try not to dip in that too much until I'm out and have that with me in the vehicle. I've got rice and pasta and all that sort of thing. So I'll be able to sustain myself until those unemployment benefits come through. Then it's a decision on what to do. Look, I can't really sit on unemployment benefits the rest of my life. I just do want to buy land, so I need a job. The issue is going to be getting a job where the vaccine, or they require the vaccine. So we don't legally have to get it, but there's employers that request you have it. So if I object to having it, don't get it, then of course I can't work there. Now I don't know, but I got a pretty good idea as far as the bloody government goes. I'm sure any sort of benefits will be the next thing to be targeted. You won't be able to get unemployment benefits unless you do it. I have considered possibly becoming a student. There's a few university degrees I've always thought about doing. I can get a financial payment from the government, and I don't believe in bludgeoning off the government in principle because I just don't believe in bludgeoning full stop. But I've worked for over 20 years, basically full time, paid a lot of taxes, so I have no qualms about getting some money back from that. I put into the social system, so I think I'm entitled to some of that help. So yeah, possibility is doing some form of university degree. I will be living in the car, but I can study externally, or I can attend classes, have access to the university. If I study, you can study externally and part-time, which basically doubles the allotted amount of time to complete your university degree, but it also gives me some time to pursue part-time work to supplement the payment I get, so I can survive adequately, still do stuff for my kids. So how it's all going to unfold is anybody's guess. I've had a lot of people say you're crazy for doing this. I mean, they thought I was crazy for doing the living in the car situation, but now basically the prospect of having zero income for the time being, it is scary. I don't think it's anything I can't get through. I think mentally in these sort of situations I'm very strong. There's other things. I just don't do well with people in general, large crowds, social anxiety, whatever you want to call it. But I sort of am going to relish this challenge. So obviously I need to keep money coming in because, I got a loan to buy the Land Cruiser, so I have to keep paying that. I can't declare bankruptcy because bankruptcy, there's a limit to the value of the vehicle you're allowed to own, dollar value, and this cruiser is higher, so they would sell this and use that, and then I would have no vehicle and be homeless, so that's untenable. So we'll see what happens. It'll be rough, but this is a chance to show a bit of resilience. I have faith in myself. It's a bad time to be living out of a car, as in the weather this time of year. I live in the tropics. It's very, 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 very hot. It's very hard to sleep without air conditioning in a bedroom with a fan and stuff, sleeping in a car. Campgrounds and camp spots are subject to vaccination in order for entry, so effectively I'm going to be illegally camping. Queensland laws basically, if it's not a sanctioned campground or whatever, it's illegal. But fuck them. You know, what am I supposed to do? I have nowhere else to go, and I'm not allowed in the campgrounds. There are a number of free camp spots around anyway. I'm just going to do whatever. And I don't really want to camp in established spots anyway. There's plenty of territory around, plenty of places where I can pull up stumps for the night. Obviously, in a swag, open top was going to be a lot better with the weather. So when the weather's fine, I'll just sleep outside in my swag. It's all part of that getting back to nature thing. So that's where I'm at. So from the 16th, I'm still going to have a few weeks in this house. So part of it's going to be steadily purging myself of all my possessions, more or less. Selling what I can, giving away the rest, dumping whatever's left. Yeah, I don't. It's going to be a bit rough, but you know that's the world we're living in now, and that's the challenge that I'm presented with. So, I guess the beauty of it, I don't have a choice. So there's little option but to forge ahead. So it just reminds me of the Jocko Willing video with the good. You know, no matter how things bad are, good. You know, it gives me opportunity to do this, that, and that's the philosophy I'm really trying to take. So there will be videos of the car, I promise. Once I get a little bit more done, it'll be worth showing and discussing about sort of things that I'm going through, mindset and this that. But thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Cheers.